Hello, 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 everybody. It's Stevie Aisha Mills from the great state of North Carolina, even though I don't live there anymore. And I am excited to welcome you to the conversation. And so I had to say that part today. You know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, especially when the people who I know from North Carolina are there. And so today I'm excited, y'all. I can't wait till the time for this recording because we had to. One of the guests today is one of my favorite people. I'm so proud of him, and I want you guys to listen and learn why. So his bio says Justin the Beloved is a singer, musician, and producer. His voice has poetically been described as coated in honey and kissed by the sun. All right now. His prowess as a producer and performer shine on stage through the use of his looper pedal, which he uses to build an entire track to sing to life. And I've seen that. That's so dope. He has produced multiple albums, including two of his own, which are available on iTunes and Amazon. Over the course of his career, Justin has gained a reoccurring role playing guitar every week on a major college radio station in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he resides. I got to say, it's on the illustrious campus of North Carolina A&T. That's my alma mater. We don't shout it out. He has also made multiple television appearances, performed and hosted countless college events, and traveled extensively, performing everywhere from the U.S. to Dubai. I heard that people knew him all the way up from Dubai. So, y'all, this is no joke. We are going to the next level with Justin the Beloved today. So, Justin, how you feeling?
I'm doing well. How are you, Stevie?
I'm great. You know, oh, my gosh, it's so funny because I just remember when you and I met, you were just a little teenager. And now you're a grown man doing big things.
Trying, you know, I'm still growing out here, you know.
So one of us is getting older. I don't know who would accept that, but one of us is getting older. That's what this says. But I am super proud of you. And so we talked about your bio. But what do you think from your own words? How would you, really describe who you are and how you show up?
And how I show up?
Yes, how you show up in the world, how you show up on stages, what's your vibe?
I 100% me all the time, you know, for better or worse. But, you know, I definitely have a passion not only for music, but for people, for the people that I'm getting to engage with on the stage, or I also run a home studio, and I was actually just wrapping up a session with that, and even you know, getting that more intimate connection in the studio, you know, working with other artists and facilitating them and making, you know, their passions and their dreams, you know, come to life, putting it down on, you know, on wax per se. But I'm an encourager. I'm here to facilitate, you know, others' dreams and passions in any matter that I can, usually music related, but, you know, otherwise, any type of connections I can make, I'm always down to do that and just uplift and encourage the people.
That is awesome. And so with that, what was it that started you to playing? Was there always something that you dreamt of that you would be playing on these major stages across the world? Was that something you wanted to do as a child?
Well, I probably did have, you know, the dreams or the hopes of being able to do that. I think it's pretty common when people, you know, see stuff like that on TV or see that, you know, to imagine it at some point in time, but it wasn't like something I pursued like as a kid or even growing up. My mother used to try to make me get on a stage or go out and do stuff like that, and I was just not here for it. And it actually wasn't until really I got to college, probably even like my second year or so, until I started actually venturing out and really going out and trying to do stuff. When I would go to these open mics, and I have who's a good friend of mine now, a guy that I would see out there with his guitar, and he was a young African-American male just like myself, and he played guitar, and he would just be out there on these stages, you know, doing his thing, giving his all. And I saw him, and I was like, man, he can do that. You know, there's no reason I can't do it either. And I always used to, you know, write stuff here and there, but I never really did anything with it. Well, I finally got my hands on a guitar, started practicing, and as soon as I I could, even before I was ready, I'd start jumping out on stages and, going out there and trying to do anything. And once the bug got me, it was just no looking back from there.
That's awesome. And so I do know, myself, that you come from a family of talented people, right? And so your whole family is talented, which I think is awesome. I appreciate the Dorsey side of my family, so I just think that's awesome. So how is that when you get together with your family and everybody is so talented? Because I didn't get that bug, as you say. My daddy is always on stages, and I always say, I don't sing at all. I do PR. That's my contribution to you as an entertainer. But how was that, like the family vacations, holidays? Was everybody singing? Were you guys carpool karaoke before that was a thing? What was it like?
Well, I want to put the note out there that everybody is talented in their own way. Everybody may not be a performer or a singer or a musician, what the case may be, but they all have, their individual gifts and talents, and I'm pretty adamant about that, in any time I meet people. But in my particular case, with coming from a particularly, music, entertainment, dance type family, I don't know how it would be different because I grew up in it, so I can't say, how it would be different for other people. Certain things were just second nature to me, I suppose, that, somebody's always singing or always playing music or always just being loud in some type of way and, things going on, people being overly dramatic or turning something into, a whole production, whatever the case is. That's just how I grew up. So something that might seem normal to me might be a whole out of character for other people.
Yes, I think that's true with a lot of things. We all have our family traditions, and a lot of times things that seem normal to all of us may be uncharacteristic for other people. That was a good point. And I know that you do this completely live thing. I love it. I've seen it, and I think that is remarkable on a lot of different counts. First off, it's remarkable because it takes courage to do something live in this world of pre-recorded stuff. I think it's innovative because we are a world of live streamers. We have Periscope, Facebook Live, all these things. But this was before this, so I think that is very cool. And the question that I am getting to is, how do you handle any mistake that comes up during the performance?
Man, well, I feel like they're so frequent. It's a part of life. It's something you just have to, just like any time as a performer, you have to keep going. You don't stop the performance. You don't. Even if you feel like it's so noticeable, you don't let the audience know. Oops, sorry, I messed up, y'all. Just, you keep it going. You keep on pushing through. I have a tendency, I might start sweating or something like that, if things aren't going as right as they're supposed to. But who doesn't sweat when they're on stage? So, you just keep on going and power through. You perform. You give the people what they're there for, and make it happen, and try and practice and do better next time and not make the same mistake.
Awesome. And with that, do you get nervous before you perform, or are you like, I'm a pro at this, I got this?
My nervousness, honestly, I'm not nervous in terms of to perform. It's what I do. It's what I step into a particular place or venue in front of people for that particular purpose. So I don't necessarily get nervous for performance. However, because I am coming to do a live thing and I'm coming with all this equipment, and depending on the particular situation, I get nervous about if I had enough time to set up or, mic check everything right, if my levels are correct, because I do have a lot of factors and a lot of things that can go wrong if I haven't had a chance to make them sound right. And so those are the things I worry about and get nervous about more so than anything.
Would you say that you're a perfectionist in that?
No, not a perfectionist. And I definitely want to be great and want it to be good. And I, as most people tend to be, am going to be my worst critic. But I wouldn't call myself a perfectionist.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. I think that the creative process, because I surround myself with a whole bunch of creatives, but the creative process is very individualistic, and I think it's just a cool thing for people who are creative. I was actually in the midst of doing something because I have a book coming out, another book, and I'm trying to tap into my creative space because I'm like, Lord, the designer I'm working with, who is a creative, he's like, Stevie, I need you to explain your vision. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the vision is. I haven't been inspired in that way. And so I bring that up to say, how do you get inspired? Like, when you create music or you write songs or you help someone through in your studio, what is the thing that's like, I'm in my creative state?
Well, I think there's multiple factors, and sometimes there's a lot of intangibles that go into inspiration. Certain things I've found that can be inspiration or inspiring, for me, are songs. Sometimes I've recently, come across some artists or some particular types of music that their sound is just really inspiring to me. Like it resonates with me so well that it makes me want to create. There's been times, and it still often continues when I'm in a space surrounded by other really great artists, at live events, that their performance or song, whatever the case may be, is just so engaging and interesting and dope to me that it makes me want to go home and like, wow, I need to get all my stuff. I want to, make something like this, or, make the people feel like this, or make others feel the way they just made me feel, blah, blah, blah. Another common inspiration, heartbreak, hurt, or, difficulty, trials are always a inspiration, however negative they might be, because for me personally, my music and my art is also cathartic. It's therapeutic. It's something I'm gonna work out whatever I have on my mind unintentionally. A lot of times through my music, I might go to put pen to paper and just a conversation starts coming out and unintentionally be directly related to whatever's going on in my life right there.
Great. And what musicians or songs have you looked at in the past and really like, I love that, I have to turn on this so that before a performance? What is it? Do you listen to your own music, or is there another artist that
man,
at that point?
The list goes on and on. I mean, you have your greats, your Michael Jacksons, Stevie Wonder's, Prince's. You have, new school artists. That's one thing I love about Spotify that really, when I first came across it, just the related artist feature, and even on the sidelines, I like, peeking in with my friends, listening on, and just finding new artists either similar to what I like or that I might not have even thought to look about. And I can draw inspiration from all types of stuff, things I find on SoundCloud, whatever the case may be. Sometimes just producers or instrumentalists, jazz, some Latin music, something, that even takes me out of my element, that gets my creative brain working in a whole other space. There's all types of stuff. Sometimes revisiting my old music, is inspiring to me. It comes in all different shapes and times and from different places.
Well, that's cool. I think it's awesome that you named my namesake. I heard you say Stevie. I heard you.
Oh, my gosh.
My namesake he's a musical genius. Love him. And I think it's important that you go back to your own music. And I think that's cool because we're in a different space. And so
true.
As we get ready to transition this interview just a little bit, what is your ultimate goal?
World domination. Next question now. That's why my short answer, and I say that because the end goal is in magnitude. It's world reaching, it's worldwide, but ultimately I want to affect and alter, change the popular music, what's consistently, the tone of what's consistently heard on the radio. I want to alter and change that for the better, for lack of better words, to suit my own personal goals or preferences, which is actually something more than myself.
That's awesome. Do you see yourself on Grammy stages? Do you see yourself Broadway? What do you see?
Well, I definitely, ideally, reaching that level of recognition is ideal, but I feel like my goals can still be reached, or the heights that I feel like God's going to take me aren't going to be limited to the approval or the co-signing of, whatever board. Ideally, the heights that I'm going to, I foresee that happening, but I'm looking to own radio stations. I want to run my own major label, because in order to affect change and affect things on a grand scale, it's something that's going to require more than just myself. It's going to require a whole massive network of people, and connection of artists and different people that I get to influence and work with and, grow with, and so on and so forth. But ideally, I look for the chance to have that, honor of Grammys and other awards and things of that nature.
I think that's great, because some people don't ever admit to that. So I think that's definitely want those nice trophies in the case. But I'm not going to hold my my success to be based on whether or not I was granted this thing. What is your favorite part about being in the music industry?
My favorite part, I love engaging people in the way that music connects with people, in the way that I can see it connect and touch people, and on the surface, and then even in the ways that I can't see, that I may never know. I've had the honor of people coming and telling me on the back end how certain songs I've written in the past got them through certain times, or they had my song or CD on repeat when they were going through such and such, or whatever the case is. Or a friend coming and telling me, a friend of mine, I would have never thought, I was passing by their room and they were jamming to your CD. Those type of things are probably my favorite, just the way it connects people. I can connect to people.
I know, because we play it. I have done many a car ride with your music. So as we begin to wrap up, we have a few more minutes left. I want to ask you about any questions that we've not gotten to that you want the world to know about.
Man, well, they can find me at facebook.com/JustinTheBeloved, youtube.com/JustinTheBeloved. I feel like you covered the major things. My goals and purposes in my music is, like I said, greater than myself. I seek to uplift and encourage the people and present a message of my faith, and centered in everything I write in some type of way. But there's so many things to what I want to do and what I have going on. But I feel like we touched at the root of the why and who I am. I think that's just effective interviewing skills.
From the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University. Thank you. In the Lord, Last question, and we're going to get to contact information again because that is imperative. But one of the last questions I really want to know is, where like contact ever been a time when you wanted to just throw the towel in this music career?
Could you repeat that one more time? You were kind of breaking up a little bit.
My apologies. Where has there ever been a time where you wanted to throw the towel in your music career?
I think everybody, hits a wall at some point, and honestly, that's just a part of growth and pushing forward. The failures. Failures come just like successes come at varying levels and varying magnitudes. I definitely never wanted to just full out quit. This pursuit is at the core of my being, but I've definitely hit walls and reached low points that took me off course, if you will. But I thankfully just having an encouraging family, just God being on my side consistently, always being there for me, patient with me through my nonsense, and having a great network of people that just keep me inspired and stuff like that. I'm always going to come back better than ever.
Awesome. And speaking of words that keep you motivated and people keep you motivated, what would you say has been a quote or a song lyric or something that you've been able, or scripture that you've been able to stand on throughout or sums up your musical career so far?
But I know the plans that I have for you, plans not to harm you, but plans to give you a hope in the future. That I would say that's going to be the one. That's going to be the one right there.
I love it. That's mine too.
Damn.
And so, as we get ready to wrap up, please give your contact information one more time. We'll have it in your bio as well. But
gotta get the people my spiel. If y'all interested and like what you heard, you can find me at facebook.com/JustinTheBeloved, youtube.com/JustinTheBeloved, JustinTheBeloved@gmail.com, JustinTheBeloved.com. If you Google Justin the Beloved, I'll get about 13 hits before it starts saying the beloved Justin Bieber. That is not me. The cards that are free, CDs that are not. I'll let you do.
That is funny. Justin, I love you, and I'm so super duper proud of you. And
love you too, Stevie.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I said love you too, Stevie. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. It is a pleasure and really an honor to be able to support you on this show. We definitely will be going to check out Justin the Beloved. And you know my languages. Keep rocking your it factor and changing lives, starting with your own, and that's truly what you're doing. Anytime that you have something coming up and we can support you, definitely let me know, and I will do that. And everybody, y'all should be inspired by this young man. Like, I just love the fact that I just see great things for you, Justin, and the fact that you're humble. You love Jesus, and you make no excuses or apologies for that. And I think just keep that, and you'll go so far in the industry. And
I appreciate it.
I always tell people, I don't say have a great day. I say make it a great day. Why? Because you have the power to do so, and that's what we talked about today, power and progress. So I am Stevie Aisha Mills. And if you want to find me, you only need to find my first name. You know how to spell that, Stevii. You can find me everywhere that's anywhere, because my namesake is IE, but I'm II. Talk to you later, guys.